That's how it works. That's how it works. Toastmaster Kudus, what made you decide to come and speak and bamboozle us about mathematics?
I just thought I think this is familiar.
What made you decide you want to get better as a speaker?
Speaking as yes.
Thank you. For those of us online that didn't hear and those of us in this room, first he said he wanted to speak here because this is the most unfamiliar environment for him. Does that sound sane to you? This is so unknown and scary for him that he said, this is where I want to speak. Why? Because that is one of the scariest things for him. Is this making sense to you? So I'm encouraging you. If you have never pushed yourself out there, please compete so that I can come and serve as contest chair and add you to my CV. What some of you don't understand, after this contest, you understand. When they talk about this contest and they list the people and what they learned, like, wow, Division F, you are good. When you are good, you are good. Do you know what I'll do? I'll put in my CV that I was contest chair for Division F contest. What do you think will happen? When people see that, they will think I am good. Oh, when you are wise, if you want to be wise, you stay with those who are wise. I have the privilege of my parents still being alive, both of them. And my dad, since day one, has been pestering me to get a PhD. Is there anyone that had parents like that get PhD? There are a few of us. Till today, I'm serious. Till this very day, get PhD. But when you're strategic, you are strategic. What did I do? 1 master's, fantastic. I'll tell you later. 5 minutes up. Toastmaster Ibube, please, can you bring in Toastmaster Edirin Agogovia? Don't forget why I was. We're giving you things for free here. You're not paying. Bring in Toastmaster Edirin Agogovia. Remember, timer. Timer. Timing starts after we put this on his first gesture. Thank you. Okay, while they're bringing him, let me complete this. I was not interested in PhD. What I decided to do, since somewhere we're taught that when you get married, 2 of you become one, yes or yes? It's on my wife. She has a PhD. We got married. And now, how many PhDs do I have? 1. Please, can you put your hands together for me? Oh, when you are smart, you are smart. Unfortunately, because of where we live in the University of Lagos. Slowly, that aversion to I'm not interested slowly became, you know what, I might. Now I'm on the cusp of saying I should probably go for a PhD. I was deceived. Who made me move to Unilag? Very soon I might have 2 PhDs. One through my strategy of marriage and one through the strategy of actually going through the system. But for now, when you ask me, put doctor in front of my name. Doctor. Yes, put that there. By association. BA. Aha, Dr. BA. Now you know. Oh, you have to be very intelligent. We're going to learn a lot today. Please, while people are speaking, glean from their experience. The division director mentioned something that some of us are not actually doing anything per se. You're not part of those who planned. You're not speaking. But by virtue of the fact that you're here, you should learn so much and be different when you leave this room and other people hear you speak. Yes, let's ensure they have their piece of paper. Now let's welcome to the lectern, Toastmaster Edirin Agogovia. Toastmaster Edirin Agogovia. Question, where would you like this? Those coordinating this, the planners, please add to my fee. You can see the extra work I'm doing, even though I have no clue how to actually do it. Ah, brilliant.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, Toastmasters here. Good morning, guests.
Good morning.
Thank you. Where is Toastmaster Kudus? Thank you for that well-delivered and very interesting speech. I feel like you delivered this speech in a way that your love for mathematics really stood out to all of us. And for those of us that love mathematics, I believe we fell in love with it again. For those of us that dislike it, you affirmed why we dislike it so much. I want to offer you some commendations on things I felt you did very well and offer you some recommendations on things that I felt could take your speech to a new level. So first of all, things that you did well, I thought that you had a great structure to your speech. Your introduction, your use of data or statistics. I believe you said 29% of people are afraid of, have a fear of mathematics. Your question that you asked us, about whether we like or dislike mathematics. And lastly, your personal story about wanting to be a doctor and then falling in love with mathematics. I feel like these three aspects of your introduction really just got our attention, got you in our minds as an authority on what you were about to speak about. I also felt that your diction, you use certain words like the elegance, when you were say captivated by the elegance, you mentioned something, use the word relegated. You employed some imagery in speaking about a symphony of characters dancing, and then also personification. You talked about mathematics being this formidable foe or this friend. All of these things just showed your mastery, again, supported that credibility that you had, it showed your mastery of the English language. So I really enjoyed these aspects of your speech. Now, what do I feel like you could have done better? Use of pauses. I believe you went at a certain pace throughout the speech. Your use of pauses, especially at the beginning, after Toastmaster John went to sit down, you already launched into your speech. Would I preferred if you just paused to get our attention and then continue your speech. Your eye contact, I felt like your eyes were dancing across the room rather than paying attention up until when you sat down, when you faced Toastmaster John. At that moment, I said, yes, he's making that eye contact. So I would encourage you to do more of that during your speech. And then your use of stage, you moved around, but I felt I could have been a bit more purposeful. You could have come here, paused, engaged with people, moved to the other side and done the same. And lastly, your conclusion, I felt was a bit rushed. I would just say that was how you started your conclusion. I felt that you used so many great quotes during the speech. Perhaps at the end, you could have used a quote to send that exhortation to us. But all together, I felt it was a wonderful speech. Best of luck to you. Yeah. Content share.
Timer, please put 1 minute on the clock for the judges to pen down their thoughts. Toastmaster, you hear me? Toastmaster Ruben. Thank you so much, timer. Once again, please, timing should not start until this is properly placed on the speaker. Toastmaster kudos. Very useful, right? Mm-hmm. I'm taking notes too. How to work on my eye contact. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, I'm so glad I'm here. When we're done, I'll not be the same man. Please, if you want to take your pictures now to remember who I was, take it now. I'll be a different person very soon. Toastmaster Ruben Uzo. Toastmaster Ruben Uzo. Where would you like this place?
Yeah.
Okay. The organizers, she's talking. Please, can you Madam PTD, can you see what I'm doing? I am making every penny count.
Is my time start now? All right, thank you. 51% of students actually believe maths is hard. With those amazing words, you caught our hearts. You helped us come into your speech, and that was a thing that is a thing every speaker wants to do. You want to get your audience attention from the go, and you did that. That was amazing. And the question you asked, how many of us wanted to be a doctor growing up? That helped everyone think, did I want to be? Did I not want to be a doctor? That also helped with audience engagement. That was amazing. You did really good by asking those questions. What I feel you could have done more on was your change of volume. You seem to be speaking on the same tone and volume all through your speech. By reducing your volume, you draw your audience in. By increasing it, you make them try to listen better to what you're saying. I feel you could have done that. I also feel that your transitions were a bit light. While you transited with words, I didn't feel like you transited with the stage. I didn't feel like you came in to speak here, moved purposefully to speak here. I have all of you's eyes on me right now. Why? Because I am transiting purposefully. I feel you could have done that. I also feel that your posture seemed a bit laid back. When speaking to an audience, we are told that energy is contagious. So when speaking to an audience, if you have very low energy movement, the audience gets that off and it's really laid back also in the engagement. So when speaking, I recommend you move around, you talk to people as you did rightfully, but you then convey the energy you want to the audience as you speak to them. I loved the following also about your speech. You had very good gestures when you said, my companion, mathematics. That was good, I could feel it. It seemed like you had a relationship with maths that we didn't know about. We learned that. I loved when you spoke about, it was relegated to the background. That is strong. People could understand how it was sent to the background when you were speaking about maths. I also loved your use of quotes. Galileo Galilei said, maths is the language God has written this universe with. That's powerful. When you give such poignant quotes, it makes everyone want to listen more. They are amazed, they're enthralled. And it also states that the words you're speaking are not just yours. A thought leader like Galileo Galilei affirms the thoughts you have in your heart. In summation, I would like to say you began very well with a strong question, and that got our attention. Next, you asked us another question and had us engage in your speech by raising our hands with you. Next, I feel that you could have improved on the first would be your pauses and communication of emotion. I also feel you could have done better with transitions and posture or energy. But the best for me were your gestures, and you ended effectively with quotes. Over to you, the contest chair.
At Toastmasters, we learn from experience. Last time I learned, you keep the contestants here, remove this, and let them go, please. Timer, please put 1 minute on the clock. Thank you so much. Some of you may be wondering why there's a beautiful woman standing beside me. Keep wondering. But I'll tell you nonetheless, our next contestant is a beautiful woman as well, and I can be an imposing man. Out of respect, so please, let the beautiful woman affix that to her. I try not to scare people. I'm 6'2", I mean, I can barely see this person. My height.
This was the joke. This is not what he's going to like.
When my daughter goes up, when we go out, and she wants to go and meet my wife or anyone else, I tell her, please, they can't see you. You are short. People will walk and hit you, so be careful. I'm not saying anything about you, but I'm telling them about my daughter. Okay. Toastmaster Chidima Eze, Toastmaster Chidima.
Ready, Sunny. Okay, no problem. It's fine. Are you? Record my speech. Record my speech. What? Did you my speech? I am doing by my job. I'm just your class. I'll give somebody else to do. Yeah. Okay. Is it okay now? No. It's not. Sorry.
Do you understand? If you have to look at a face for almost a minute, don't you rather be looking at her face? Not mine.
Oh, wow.
Respect. This is what you learn. Please help your hands together for me.
Is this okay? Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. How many of us have not fallen in love with mathematics? With the way Toastmaster Kudus beautifully described this subject. How many of us have not actually fallen in love with mathematics? Thank you so much for doing such a splendid job, the contest chair. There are a number of things I loved about Toastmaster Kudus' speech. The first is his brilliant use of language. For example, he used personification when he said, mathematics spoke to me. He ascribed human language, human qualities to an inanimate object. And why is that important? It enhances your language, it enhances your speech, making your point more memorable. That was well done. He also said, I was captivated by its beauty. Another thing that drew me about the speaker's speech was his presence of mind when he directly engaged Toastmaster John. And he said, when you went to hug your wife, imagine he used a material from today's event to enhance his speech. That showed he was present-minded to be able to pick that up. And as an effective speaker, you want your audience to know that this is about them and not just coming to speak. So that was very beautifully done. In terms of recommendation, I have two for Toastmaster kudos. When he said, a kind of disdain from students. You were smiling and you said a kind of disdain. I would recommend that your facial expression matches what you're saying. A kind of disdain. So that would pass across your message because your words match your facial expression. Secondly, you said there are many practical applications of mathematics. It is a major part of our lives. I would want you to consider using examples. You could have used props. This is mathematics. 1,000 plus 1,000 equal to 2,000. That would have enhanced your message. So please consider giving practical examples when you say things like that. In conclusion, narrative by sharing your personal anecdote when you said you wanted to be a doctor. So what am I leaving here with? In summation, I loved your use of language mastery, your audience engagement, consider your facial expressions, practical application, and you will keep being a phenomenal speaker, the contest chair.
Toastmaster Ibubi, thank you so much. Toastmaster Lushola. Thank you. I was thinking Toastmaster Chidima would give us a practical example of giving the 2,000 naira to somebody like Toastmaster John. But all she did was wave it in front of my face and take it back. When we grow. Our next contestant, Toastmaster Olushola Scott Ogunkoya. Toastmaster Olushola Scott Ogunkoya. Would you like this, please? And then start once you start.
Echoes of greatness resonated the room as we listened to that speech that could as well shape the contours of our thoughts and actions. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, guest, you would agree with me that Kudus' speech was articulated and expressive. I observed that Kudus delivered his speech by engaging the audience and asking us questions. Who wants to become a doctor? He even utilized the example of the contest chair, telling us about how he hugged his children and when he was coming out for this event. I like the fact that you used effective storytelling and you were able to take us into that world to be able to compare mathematics and our career dreams. In as much as you had given a very, very beautiful speech, I observed that the beginning of your speech started with a very low vocal tone. I couldn't hear you from where I was sitting. At the beginning, you only just stood in one position. I would have appreciated it if you utilized the stage more, taking us from one point to the other as you delivered the speech. The energy from that speech, I did not feel the energy and I was not carried along while you were even using pauses within your words. However, I was blown away when you utilized statistics and you told us the percentage of people who probably didn't like mathematics. And you also linked it with quotes from other people. Your expressions and characterizations took us and helped us to be able to understand the process you were having in your mind. In summation, you engaged the audience, effective storytelling was utilized. Although the vocal tone and the volume was low, you did not really use the stage, and the energy in your speech was not captivating. However, it shows that you researched your speech because you used statistics and you were very, very expressive. As we conclude, let us remember that the essence of a great speech is not only in the eloquence of words, but as well in the resonance of its message. Today's message was a masterclass in both. Contest chair.
Thank you. Very much, Annie. Those of us that drove, please, if you have a black Lexus in the basement, APP 769FF, in the basement, your windows are down. It's not yet Christmas. I don't think you want to give gifts to anyone or you want anything jump into your car. Black Lexus, please, your windows are down. Attend to it. But since no one is moving, I'm guessing it's not anyone here. You are welcome. Ah, brilliant. when they come, there are some people out there. Madam PQD, are you going?
Yes.
Okay. Or you want to check what is inside the black Lexus for Christmas gift? Toastmaster Ibrahim Ajani. Toastmaster Ibrahim Ajani. Did anyone this people decide something?
Toastmaster Kudos, where are you? You're not alone. I love maths. And because I love maths, I loved your speech. Your speech was a nice exploration of the beauty of mathematics. And Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, that is refreshing to hear because that is not something that you hear at Toastmasters meetings every day. That was refreshing. What do I like about your speech? A lot. Number one was the beauty of your expressions. The beauty of your expressions. Math spoke to me. Math spoke to me. What a nice use of personification. And you follow that up with in a symphony of formulas and equations. That was beautiful. That was pure poetry. Pure poetry, Toastmaster Kudos. What else do I like about your speech? Audience interactions. So at the beginning of your speech, you asked us in the audience, who else wanted to be a doctor here? And Toastmaster Ugonna responded. And you build on that interaction to transition to your next phase of your speech. That was fantastic. I also appreciate the fact that you referenced so many important applications of mathematics in advancing our society, like algebra, medicine, and science. That was very well done. Fantastic. Now, what can you improve about your speech? Your speech topic. Seriously, not the enemy. What was that? That undermined your speech. The speech topic I would suggest is the beauty of math. The beauty of math, because I'm someone who's passionate about mathematics, and I was hearing your speech, not the enemy. What was that? The beauty of math. The second thing I would recommend is your introduction. Your introduction was, you used some statistics there. That was nice, but it could have been more powerful. As somebody who loves math like myself, I would suggest you go for something more dramatic. Like, did calculus break your heart? Or did Fourier series frustrated you? Did indices give you in? What made you to hate math so much, Toastmasters? That was something I would have loved to see in the introduction. And the conclusion, seriously, you went very quiet, low energy on the conclusion. I wanted to see some energy in the conclusion. Tell us, like, without maths, this building will not stand. Without maths, life as we know it will not exist. Without maths, Toastmasters, there is no life. In summation, I want you to work on your conclusion. I want you to improve on your introduction, and I want you to improve on the creativity behind your speech topics. Now, keep up your use of personification, your beauty of expressions, keep up your audience interactions, keep up your reference to the important attributes of mathematics. And if you do all this, Toastmaster Kudos, I have great confidence in you in delivering more novelty-driven speeches. Toastmaster Kudos, kudos to you. Mr. Contest Chair,
One. Timer, please, 1 minute on the clock. Sergeant at Arms, final contestant, please. Thank you so much, Timer. Clearly, we have some people that love mathematics here. And I don't know if you could tell, he really loves poetry as well. Even guests can tell that you love poetry. You get to learn a lot at Toastmasters. If there's something that you either have interest in or you want to have interest in, this is where it should be. You will definitely find people like that. Now let's welcome our final contestant, Toastmaster Endurance Ishekiri. Toastmaster Endurance Ishekiri. Would you like this? Okay. Where would you want to put this?
Okay. No, yeah, this way.
You sure?
Yeah. Just closer to my mouth.
Let me start when it starts.
Okay. So where's TM Kudos? Thank you, TM Kudos, for your speech on mathematics, its application and perception. I thought that was a very, very fantastic speech. The content was good and the delivery was impeccable. I'm going to provide you feedback using Toastmasters method of commend, recommend, and commend. I love the fact that you used a personal story to deliver your speech. Audience love a good story. I love a good story. And you took us through the journey, your personal story of your perception of mathematics. And indeed, your speech was a good story. Thank you. I also love the fact that you used very good hand gestures when you were making your points. For instance, you mentioned that mathematics was logic, symphony, and equations. I thought that was fantastic. It created a mental picture for me of the point. Thank you. What would I love for you to have done better? In Toastmasters, we say feedback is the breakfast of champions. During your speech, you were mainly at a single point, and I love you to use your stage. The stage is yours. Use it, enjoy it. I also would have loved you to use vocal variety in your speech. It was a very interesting story that involved your friends. You did mention about when your friends were talking to you about mathematics. I'd have loved to hear the voice of your friend, but I heard your voice. So that's one area I'd have loved you to work on. In conclusion, I thought your speech was impeccable. It has good introduction, it has a body, and a fascinating conclusion. And also, more importantly, you ended with wells of encouragement. Everybody loves encouragement. I love encouragement, especially in this current climate. And I believe the audience loves the encouragement. For you to finish with a quote by Galileo, that mathematics is the language with which God has written the universe, was excellent. Thank you.
Timer, please put 5 minutes on the clock for the judges to wrap up their thoughts. Thank you so much. Dear Toastmasters and guests, can we put our hands together for all the contests? No, it's okay. They are done. Chief Judge has told me that they're good to go. Can we put our hands together for all contestants? For the sake of our very diligent timers, the reason I said 5 minutes is to give the judges enough time. However, if they are done in advance, the chief judge can let me know that they are done, which he did. So I love that you still let me know. We still have some seconds. Please, can we put our hands together for time? Whatever the organizers are paying you, it's not enough. Our Sergeant at Arms, thank you so much for the music. I was initially concerned. It was so loud. And if I happen to be one of the judges, I may start moving and just forget what I want to put down. I saw some people in the back dancing. So when you brought it down a bit, I said, I'm so grateful. At this point, officially, the evaluation contest has ended. Now, what we are going to do, because we're not just here to learn and improve ourselves, we're not here just to have fun, we're also here to network with people. Get contacts for business. Either you want to hire someone or be hired by someone. Get contacts for relationships. I'm saying this for free. Let me say this. Many of us are interested in relationships. I remember when a friend asked me, where can I go where I can find men that want to improve themselves? I said, Toastmasters. You can go to Toastmasters. The problem though, people come in here and rather than use the opportunity of approaching people you want to approach, because when you speak to people here, the assumption is, oh, Toastmaster, they want to improve in their leadership and their communication. Once you step out of those doors, some people you approach, they say, excuse me, stop. No, I don't have your time. But here, they will take you, they will give you numbers, they might even eat some snacks with you free of charge with it right here. Free tip, you don't have to pay me for this. We have 5 minutes. Timer, please, 5 minutes on the clock. Get up and network with people. Dear Toastmasters and guests, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Back up. My voice. Get Toastmasters and get 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 Dear Toastmasters and guests, what have I done to offend you? When it's time to network, we almost have to beg you to start. But when it's time to end, you want me to still beg you to end. I've lost my voice saying 5 minutes. I've danced around 5. No, 5 minutes. Oh my goodness. And that's what life is like, really. There are certain things that we think so scary. I don't want to start. But once you start and the momentum starts building, someone has to come and keep screaming 5 minutes for you to stop. 5 minutes. And that's it, please. We're going into the international speech contest. Can you tell I'm excited? Can you tell? What do I need to do to let you know that I'm excited? Where's Toastmaster Ibrahim Ajani? Please, can you put your hands together for Toastmaster Ibrahim? Let me explain why he just did that. About 2 weeks ago, I believe, he told me that the division contest was happening today. Oh, I was so excited. I said, really, 20th? So let me write it down, 20th. Anything that comes up, no, because I have to be there. That's why I'm excited. And I'm here today because of this man. and everybody else that I said no to and the enemies I've made now. But I had to be here because when I saw the names of speakers, let me not waste your time because we want to hear the speakers speak. And we're diving in. Unlike the evaluation contest, all speakers are going to be here for the sake of our guests, because ideally, they have original speeches. And they're not going to be able to get bits and pieces from other speeches to make up their own. But if the speakers are uncomfortable, as I've learned from some people, they don't like hearing other contestants speak. Because I guess their mind is, they start comparing, is this better, is this worse? You're nodding, Madam PQD. Is this what you do, better or worse? However, if your focus is to learn, please stay in the room the entire time. All of them, or except those that step out, that's fine. We'll be in this room and we're kicking off. Toastmaster Abimbola Adesonya, if only Toastmaster Abimbola Adesonya.
It's fine. Whoever said change is the only constant thing? Let me ask you all. In life, I'm sure you must have met someone that you probably think are beyond change. The contest chair, fellow Toastmasters and guests. We all do have that one person in our lives, don't we? The one that we keep hoping, if only they would change. Perhaps it's a family member that loses confidence in themselves, or that colleague that would never meet their deadline. Or it's just that one friend who messes with everything and anything. That's frivolously and recklessly on some strange habits. Month after month, year after year, we care about them. We worry about them, and we just wish, if only they can just change. That was exactly my plight when I met this fellow in the university. Hastrup. That was a friend I stumbled upon in my first year. We were both first-year students, but he had a reputation that was older than the birth of Methuselah. Astrup, if only you knew him. His face can intimidate a lion, and he can literally stop. His face was a real battlefield with scars everywhere, like someone is drawing the map of Nigeria on his face. And if he dares open his mouth, the stench that oozes from cheap booze and alcohol, it can kick you faster than a Tyson sponge. Astrup was possessive, manipulative, and a renowned fighter that no one wants to associate with. And for me, a first-year student in guidance and counseling department, I love risk. I love helping people and challenges. So I thought to myself, if only I can just give him one of those mind-blowing TED Talks that we can help reset his brain. So armed with my notebook knowledge and a dose of optimism, I set on this quest to help Astrup become a better person. So with the confidence of a lion, and the gentility of a dove, I approached Astrop. Hi, Astrop. Do you actually know you're such an intelligent and smart guy? He looks at me and takes a step backward. And he asks me with a voice rougher than a rusty gate. He says, what? I didn't give up because I believe everybody had the capacity to change. So I told him, Astrop, why are you always fighting on campus? I just want to help you. I want to help you see that there's something better in this life than fighting always. Then he looked at me with a bombastic side eye and said, what do you know about me? I sighed. I may not know everything about you, Astrop, but I know that you have such a good heart that can light the corners of the heart. Please let me help you become a better person. So with so much bitterness in his voice, he said, babe, yeah, it's only you and my mama that understands me. See, everybody thinks I'm a bad person, but I want you to know I'm not a bad person. But I want to change. I want to change. This thing is not easy. But if only you can help me, I can try. So his rehabilitation process started. He got booked for appointment, counseling, and therapy sessions with the university counselors. And surprisingly, Astrop began to change for good. He dropped his bad habits. He started attending classes. And he now became happier because he was beginning to find focus in life. But then when I just thought that the change was getting better, Astrop told me, babe, this change no easy, I beg. I don't try. At this point, just accept me for who I be. Accept me for who I am. Astrop was beginning now to miss his old habits and friends. Then it dawned on me that this change is not changing. And then days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months. I began to understand that no amount of cajoling or talking could help me to help Astrop. Eventually, it became like an abandoned project, and he dropped out of university in year 2 because he got into a fight that could lead him to jail time. At the end, I may not have been able to save Astrop, but I emerged from that experience smarter, wiser, and stronger. And if only I knew then what I know now, I would have understood that you can't force the change on someone that's not ready to embrace it. I learned one key lesson at the end of the day, that while everyone is capable of making a change, not everyone would choose change. Yet, in the realization of this is the profound truth that the greatest change we can make is that is within ourselves. The contest chair.
Timer, please put 1 minute on the clock. Thank you so much. Yes, you may. Thank you, timer. Toastmaster Itunu Olua Mustafa. Do it afraid. Do it afraid. Toastmaster Itunu Olua Mustafa.
Good girls don't make history. Bold girls do. Some time ago, I watched a video clip from the popular Indian actress, Priyanka Chopra, when she was being asked to give a background story about her success. And she said something that caught my attention. She said, good girls don't make history. Bold girls do. To rephrase this, I would like to say, good people don't make history. Bold people do. The contest chair, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests, good morning.
Morning.
How many of you here at some point have set goals to do extraordinary things, but got scared along the way and stopped? Can I see by a show of hands? Thank you. I have to. A lot of times, we set goals to do the extraordinary, but we get discouraged. Majorly from our biggest enemy, fear. That silent voice that comes to us saying, are you sure you can do this? If you do this, you must certainly fail at it. A typical example is me standing before you today. Oh, how I had to battle with fear of failure and uncertainty. When I was being asked to carry out the research at work, a research that was beyond my level of expertise, I panicked. I am sure going to embarrass myself in front of my colleagues and my team members. I will embarrass myself. But I was left with no choice. I wanted to get paid at the end of the month. So I took the courage. I did my research, presented my ideas, and guess what? It was commendable. This is one out of many encounters that I have had. And with this, I have learned to do it afraid. In my 20-something years of existence, I have come to realize that people don't care how much you know until you show them. People don't care about your dreams, about your goals, about your aspiration until you show results. Then they begin to applaud you for it. Can any one of us remember sometime last year when almost everybody wanted to become a Guinness World Record holder? Because of a certain audacious lady. Can you remember her name? Thank you. A Nigerian, an Akwa Ibom Nigerian chef who dared to do beyond what any other person would do. I remember Hilda's friend, who used to be my colleague at that time, coming to beg us at work, please, come and support my friend. Why? At that time, Hilda and her team, they were not sure they were going to make it. They were gunning to break a Guinness World Record of 87-hour, 45 minutes of latin tandon, an Indian chef who used to be the Guinness World Record holder at that time. If it was you, would you not be as afraid? Of course, who wouldn't be? But when the world saw Hilda's tenacity, Hilda's resilience, to go on no matter what. Will came out in numbers for 4 days, cheering her on until she batched the Guinness World Record with 83 hours, 11 minutes. And just recently, is Tunde Onokoya, a Nigerian chess master who dared to do the extraordinary by attempting the Guinness World Record for 58 hours because of his quest to raise $1 million to see young and less privileged children get quality education. Even Goldman Sachs, a global investment bank in America, donated $5,000. My question is, do you think Tunde was not afraid? But he looked beyond his fears and he decided to do it anyway. A quote by Joyce Meyer, an American preacher, said, "To feel fear does not mean that you are a coward, but boldness is taking action even in the midst of fear." Do you have goals to start a business, an NGO, or maybe to lose some weight, and you are letting fear get in the way? This is my charge to you this morning as I conclude. To do it afraid. Remember, good girls don't make history. Bold girls do. The contest chair.
Timer, 1 minute on the clock, please. Thank you. Toastmaster Edirin Agogovia, just ask. Just ask. Toastmaster Edirin Agogovia.
Contest chair, Toastmasters here, and those online. What is the fastest way to get what you want? In my first year of uni, all I wanted was for Jordan to be mine. She was intelligent, she was kind, she was fine. First time I saw her, I said, I'm done. I found my wife. Problem was, I did not talk to women. So I asked my older cousin on my mom's side, Biola. I said, there's this girl I'm crazy about. I want to make her mine. What should I do? He said, Edirin, if you want to win a woman, you have to have a six-pack. I would later learn that Biola knew even less about women than I did. But then I took his advice. 6 a.m., I was at the gym, curling, bench press, squats. And after 5 months, I had a 4-pack and some arm definition. I walked up to Jordan that Monday and I said, hey. She smiled at me and walked away. Strike one, muscles will not win Jordan. Maybe a woman knows how to win a woman. So I asked my sister, Toma, I said, there's this girl I'm crazy about. I want to make her mine. What should I do? She said, Adiri, guys like girls that dress nice. You should up your fashion. Advice taken. I got a job on campus, saved up for 3 months, went shopping with my sister, showed up on Monday, approached Jordan, and I said, hey. He smiled at me and walked away. Strike two, fashion will not win Jordan. Maybe I should go closer to the source. So I asked Jordan's best friend, Jane. I said, Jane, what kind of guys does Jordan like? She said, well, Jordan's very smart, so she likes smart guys. Advice taken. I hit the books. By the end of that term, I got the highest in our calculus exam. I walked up to Jordan. I said, Jordan, I got the highest in our calculus exam. She smiled at me. Congratulations. And she walked away. Strike three. What does this woman want? I am fit. I have a nice fashion sense. I am smart, and it's still not good enough for her. I said, I'm done. I'm moving on. And I did. 10 years later, at reunion, I see Jordan. She's married. She has a family. And we strike up a conversation. As we speak, I notice her face. She looks confused, like she's contemplating whether to reveal something. Eventually, she relents. She says, Adiran, this is silly and irrelevant now, but back in uni, I had the biggest crush on you. Now, outside, Adiran remains calm. Really? Inside, Adiran, what? He said, yes, I did. I kept hoping you would make a move. And now inside the dream burst out, what do you mean? I did. I got fit. I got the fashion sense. I got the good grades to impress you. She smiled again. Yes, but you never asked me out. I had worked so hard, but I failed to do the one most important thing. Ask. I left that evening dejected, but enlightened by this new simple but profound discovery. Friends, could it be that the reason we don't get a lot of the things that we want in life, that we simply don't ask? Instead, we invent these imaginary obstacles and we work tirelessly to overcome them. For example, at work, you could be wondering, why haven't I gotten this promotion? Your answer, I'm not working hard enough. Maybe I need to put even longer hours at work. The real answer could be your boss doesn't know that you want the promotion or even all this work you've been putting towards it. Why not just ask? Or maybe dating relationships, you could wonder, why does he talk to me that way? Your answer is a narcissist. Now I'm going to watch 10 hours of YouTube content on how to deal with narcissists. I'm going to strategize with my girls. I'm going to show him. It could be a narcissist. Or the answer could have nothing to do with you. Why not just ask? It is surprisingly easy to spend years answering the wrong questions instead of taking seconds to ask the right one. Now you may be wondering, what have I done with this revelation? I recently asked an investor for a bold investment, many zeros, and he said, yes. He said yes. I was shocked. He said, I see your work ethic, I see the opportunity, and I want to be involved. Then I found a girl I was crazy about, and I asked her to be my girlfriend, and she said, yeah, she said no. She said no. She walked away. But I asked why. She said, I like you, but I'm not ready. I waited some more months. I asked again, and she said yes. Yes. Sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is the simplest. I asked you at the beginning, what's the fastest way to get what you want? Now, don't get me wrong. Good things take work. However, before you start getting an MBA again, or getting a Project Runway wardrobe, or getting an 8-pack, consider you might get what you want if you just ask. Contest here.
Thank you. Timer. Let's put 1 minute on the clock. Toastmaster Razak Odejayi. Moleshe. Moleshe. Toastmaster Razak Odejayi.
On the crisp morning of 26th November, 2023, I jumped out of bed with symphony of delight and excitement. Contest chair, friends and guests, you guessed my night was splendid. With eager anticipation, I made a beeline to the sacred shelf where lies the shining, golden framed award bestowed upon me just the day before. I adored it like a precious gem. I know you're wondering, what was it for? Well, I won the illustrious Division F District 94 2023 Humorous Speech Contest. And I felt over the moon all day. So I couldn't but dream about the trophy all night. Now, to some of you distinguished Toastmasters, this may not seem a monumental feat, but for me, it had a profound significance. You see, envisioning myself as a contest champion was once a mere daydream. In those days, even winning an argument with myself proved an elusive endeavor. Why, you wonder? Because as kids, we were told we had to think in English, to speak good English. Really? A Herculean task for a village boy like me. You see, I hailed from the humblest of backgrounds within the Yoruba tribe of southwestern Nigeria. I'm the youngest of 5 siblings, born to parents of noblest means and limited education. Despite our meager circumstances, we were rich in love and virtues. My diligent father ensured that each of us received a rudimentary education. He shared with us how he missed greater opportunities as a result of educational constraints. I can't forget him telling us, my children, don't be limited. Please pursue further education whenever you can afford it. His words remain engraved in my heart, like the carvings on a coin. I thought my further education had to begin with English mastery. Though, as a native Yoruba man, English assumed the role of a secondary tongue, but is the official language in the corridors of commerce and academia. So I considered it a necessary evil. But growing up, good spoken English was a luxury for me, because myself and everyone around me could only think in one language. Which language is that? Yoruba, you guess right. In the classroom, I found solace in silence. For fear that each utterance will catapult my name to the peak of the vernacular speakers list. I hated my situation. I could hardly express myself to save my life. Can you imagine yourself being in such a situation? Of course, I didn't want to be limited in my life. Determined to transcend my linguistic barriers, I went on a journey, on a quest for knowledge. So I borrowed books, I asked questions. Then it occurred to me that if I must think in another man's language, I must first be able to convince myself in my mother tongue that I could do it. Then emerged this self-affirmation, or call it a personal mantra. Mo lè ṣe, meaning I can do it. This mantra, therefore, which I shattered limitations and defied expectations. No obstacle, no matter how formidable, could withstand the resolute affirmation that echoed within me. Mo lè ṣe, I can do it. With this unwavering belief in my capabilities, I didn't only learn to speak English, I sponsored myself through the hallowed halls of higher education. I'm the last born, but the first among my siblings to become a graduate. My journey became a beacon of hope, illuminating the path for others to follow. Standing before you today is a testament to the transformative power of self-belief. The village boy who was once shy to the bone as a result of language barrier is now engaging seasoned speakers in a discourse and vying amongst champions. And mark my words. Esteemed friends, please mark my words. I shall soon tread the hallowed grounds where kings convene, delivering my message in the language of Shakespeare and Milton. Mo lè ṣe, I can do it. How about you? What is it you want to achieve that seems too enormous? What is that barrier? Standing on your way to your greatness, to writing that book, to delivering that speech, to becoming whatever you desire to be. By simply believing and pushing yourself from within, you will be unstoppable. So why not join me as I reaffirm by saying, Mo lè ṣe é. I can do it.
I can do it.
Yes, you can. Do it. Fantastic.
Timer, please put 1 minute on the clock. Toastmaster Sunday Otutu. Whole wide world. Whole wide world. Toastmaster Sunday Otutu.
Does anyone know what these are? Seeds. Thank you. And just like these seeds, you and I were once tiny, but full of life, energy, and potentials that cannot be easily quantified. But to unlock this extraordinary essence, we needed to be planted in the garden of time and watered by diligent farmers until we grew to become one of the greatest trees in the whole wide world. Mr. Contest Chair, my fellow seeds. The first time my seed got watered was in secondary school. Raise your hand if you ever hated any subject in school. Goodness gracious. Mine was mathematics. Mathematics is the most difficult subject in the whole wide world. We kept looking for X and Y and Z as if they were kidnapped by unknown gunmen. If they were that important, I could not just lock them up in the class cupboard till we needed them. And then there was Mrs. Chibuzo, my mathematics teacher. With her red lipstick and a long black skirt, she could scare Pythagoras himself. One day, after my usual zero score in a class test, she called me to her desk. When a maths teacher calls you to her desk, it's either you are in big trouble or you are in big trouble. She looked at me straight in the eye and said, Sunday, if you can spend a little more time on your maths textbooks and classes, you will make your mother proud. Of course, she didn't say that nicely. But I blushed in confusion because this was the first time Mrs. Chibuzo could say something nice about a student. That insight became my foresight. I began to spend more time with mathematics textbooks and classes, and my scores moved from zeros to heroes.
I won't lie, sometimes the assignment becomes very difficult. Just copy other people's work. It's called teamwork, right? Thank you. Please don't teach that to our younger generation. But I began to gain mastery. I even represented the school in the standard mathematics competition. Even though I didn't win anyone, but at least I represented. Eventually, to my mom's pride, I passed all my certification courses related to mathematics, and I went on to get degrees in engineering. Today, I'm an engineer, and I still look for X, Y, and Z. All thanks to Mrs. Chibuzo. The next fear I needed to conquer was water. Swimming is the best exercise in the whole wide world until you start drowning. But why can humans not just mind their business and stay on land? And then my aqua friend could not stop telling me of how cool and refreshing the feel of the water was. So I decided to give it a try. Guess what? I drowned. And then he was trying to rescue me by laughing. He kept saying, swimming is easier than walking. Just get comfortable with the water. Really? I'm taller than the height at the shallow end, and I was still drowning. And you are calling that easy? I didn't mean I know you now. I would have given you a very dirty slap. But he kept encouraging me. And like a parachute, my mind began to open. I followed him more often to the pool, started getting comfortable with water, and we started staying longer underwater. In no time, I became a master swimmer. No, don't get excited. It was only at the shallow end. I need to make that clear. Now let's delve to the deep end of fear. Public speaking. Public speaking is the worst activity in the whole wide world. Raise your hand if I ever felt that terrifying feeling before an audience. Goodness, I'm not alone. Thank you. So I joined Toastmasters. Initially, when I step out to speak, fear would so fill my entire body that there would be no space for even food. My enthusiasm, confidence, and my inspiration would suddenly grow wings. Shamefully, I reached out to my mentor, and he said, Sunday, don't let what you cannot do stop you from doing what you can do. Have you noticed that mentors never run out of motivational speeches? But those words were my oxygen tank in that deep sea of stage fright. With folded sleeves and bent knees, I began to work on my speech, one awkward speech after the other. The result? Thanks to my numerous evaluators and mentors, I can speak confidently today. Or what do you think? Thank you. Today I'm an engineer, a shallow end swimmer, and a confident speaker because of farmers who watered my seed to maturity. Fellow trees, if we look at our lives, we can easily find those farmers who had watered our seed to greatness. Parents and teachers, friends, and even Toastmasters who prevented us from withering under the weight of self-doubt. If we want to make this whole wide world a richer garden, it's time to do likewise. Whether to a teenager, a friend, or a Toastmaster, we can be guardians of encouragement, cultivators of confidence, and a sprinkle of inspiration in somebody's garden. Only then can these seeds grow to become one of the greatest trees in the whole wide world. It's the contest.
Timer, 1 minute on the clock, please. Toastmaster Craig S. Order. Everything reaches its targets. Everything reaches its targets. Toastmaster Craig S. Order.
Would it shock you to learn that in the struggle between the stone and the water, eventually the water wins? And what does that mean to you, Mr. Chair, friends, and judges? That is a Japanese proverb. While the stone represents our trials, our failures, our obstacles, the water represents perseverance. This means that by perseverance, everything reaches its targets. By perseverance, everything reaches its targets. In 2015, a man and a woman were married, and month in, month out, year in, year out, they waited with bated breath for a child of their own, to no avail. On a bright morning, they went to consult a fertility doctor. And after tons and tons and tons of excruciating tests, she looked them in the eye and said this: both of you will not be able to produce a child of your own without an IVF, in vitro fertilization. Doctor, you mean no other option? No. As they left her office, they felt staggered by the storm of frustration and battered by the wind of grief. After much deliberations, they agreed to do it. For this reason, they went back to the fertility doctor. And this time around, she noticed that something was wrong. The woman had an overactive thyroid gland, and that must be treated before the IVF can be carried out. They were reduced to tears. They went back home and began the treatment. You will get it if you really want. You've got to try, 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 try. You will get it at last. That was a song that gave them the strength to persevere. Persevere in the hope that one day their dream of having a child of their own will come true. At 10:49 p.m. on the 29th of September last year, the doctor handed me my newborn daughter. Her arrival in our lives after 8 years of perseverance and without an IVF is a mirror to the fact that by perseverance, everything reaches its target. Do you know that perseverance was a key factor in some of the world's most astounding discoveries? In 1903, a man had a vision to help the men in his community to learn how to speak and lead. As such, he formed the club, a club where they took turns to speak and lead. Unfortunately, it failed to flourish. He tried it again, and still it failed to flourish. Was he discouraged? Or did he stop trying after those failed attempts? He persevered. And after nearly 20 years, on the 22nd of October, 1924, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, Toastmasters sprang to life. Each and every one of us, all of us, are in this room today because of the perseverance of Ralph Smedley. What is more, in 1878, a man persevered for 1,000 times before the lights came on the 21st of October, 1879. Thomas Alva Edison is proof that by perseverance, everything reaches its target. Friends, your stone is perhaps not trying to bear a child, or trying to build a vision, or trying to invent a light bulb. Whatever it is, I want you to know that this is not the end. This is not the end of your story. This is not the final chapter of your life. Therefore, persevere. Keep going. Be the water. And eventually, you will reach your targets.
Timer, please put 5 minutes on the clock. That was the final contestant for the international speech contest. Well, I'm sorry. It's not about what you want. It's about what you're giving. That is all we have. 5 minutes. Let the judges put down their thoughts so that they do not misconstrue anything for someone else. Thank you so much, timer. Chief Judge, do we need a bit more time? Timer, put 2 minutes on the clock, please. After those riveting speeches, we want to ensure that the judges fully put everything they have down on paper before they begin to mix such talent up one another. Going from Jordan to having the baby after 8 years, you're confused. Let's not confuse the judges. And please, by the way, I don't know who these judges are. If the person you are voting for does not win, I'm not the person to attack. Huh? See the chief judge over there. Oh, amazing speeches. Thank you so much. Dear Toastmasters and guests, can we put our hands together for all the speakers? Wow. Somebody uttered from the audience, we want more. And on behalf of the division director, let me just apologize to two groups of people. If you felt you were going to be here and be bored, or if you felt you were going to come here and not learn, I am deeply apologetic. This is not the place you should have come to. Attack whoever invited you. Your friend had no clue what they were doing. This has been an exhilarating contest. And I am glad that Toastmaster Ajani informed me in advance so I could be here. Officially, the International Speech Contest is over. Now we're going to get a chance to get to know our contestants, get to take pictures with them. So let me request all evaluation speech contestants, please rise and gracefully come to the front. Can we applaud them? This is when I love the fact that I was not one of the contestants. Have you all had a chance to breathe? Just in case, do it together. One more time. So that if you're not the winner, you still can walk to your seat. Who is the paparazzi, by the way? Yes. Look there. Can you capture them? So we'll go down the line. I'll not spend too much time on this man because he's competing in both contests. Toastmaster Idiri, what on earth persuaded you to compete in both evaluation speech contest and international speech contest? Please tell us.
I would say that.
Oh, okay. So tell us the shallow answer.
I thought it would be a great opportunity to stage. So I guess coming. So it seemed like a good chance.
Oh, fantastic. So would you encourage all of us to participate in both evaluation and international speech contests?
I would say
After we get 4 parts, maybe?
maybe.
Maybe, okay.
Or if you have a better reason.
Okay, if you have a better reason than that. We're so glad that you did both. I noticed something. Once you were done, rather than stay in the room, you walked out. Can you explain to us? Maybe that's how you become a champion. Let us know the reason behind that.
I normally don't like to watch other people speak. No offense. But yeah, if I'm competing, I just want to have competition. But I think I came back in with Toastmasters experience to watch this.
Okay.
And I changed my mind for the first time. I said,
Wow.
To stay and watch.
Wow.
And I think it was an amazing decision. So
Okay.
this guys were up now.
So what you're saying is we should applaud Toastmaster Endurance. Please, can you applaud Toastmaster Endurance? The man that has the ability to think things. Thank you so much. The next in line, Toastmaster Ruben. Is it true that you love group games?
Yes.
Okay. What type of group game got you prepared for this content?
Not really.
Not
because
really.
It's way out of line of the kind of games. The kind of games that partaking are low energy, just have some fun games.
Like what? What is a low energy game? Just have some fun.
Scrabble. Perfect.
You learn words
Monopoly. Yeah.
that you can use to give evaluations. No, think with me, continue. Monopoly, what else?
Monopoly, which other game? Team bonding games.
Team bonding game.
Tug of war.
You do tug of war?
Yes.
Interesting.
I like to be the rare.
Now you're talking. Now you're talking. What persuaded you to participate in the evaluation speech content?
I feel great feedback is really important to grow. And I have been giving really good feedback in Shuri Toastmasters blog. Sorry for the free advert. You can join us. And that has helped me improve greatly. And I thought to return the favor.
Thank you so much for that. Please, can you put your hands together for Toastmaster Ruben? Toastmaster Chidima. First question for you. Why didn't you give me the 2,000 naira? Confess. It's a question. I expect an answer.
Really?
Yes. Or where is it? Can I take it now? No? Okay. We love your evaluation. How long have you been in Toastmasters?
Actually less than a year.
Did you hear that? For those of you that didn't hear, wait. Please, can you say that again, the virtual audience? How long?
Less than a year.
Please, can you put your hands together for her? This is why I said I love to be here. I'm not sure I had started speaking in my club less than a year. But now, how was the experience for you?
It was interesting, enlightening, and exhilarating.
Thank you so much. For those of you that don't know, she attends as often as she can trainings to learn how to play roles. She's so consistent, and I can see that she just keeps improving. Well done, Toastmaster Chidima. Please, can you put your hands together for Toastmaster Chidima? Yes. Toastmaster Olushola. It claims that you like to help people grow. Is that true or false? True. Please, how can you help me in my life? No, is it by laughter? Asking serious questions. Why are they doing this? Think about it. You are sharp. Don't listen to the audience. What motivated you to actually participate in the evaluation speech contest?
Well, I felt it was an opportunity, first of all, to improve myself, the experience most especially. I just wanted to experience the competition, and that was the driving force.
Fantastic. What has the experience been like for you thus far?
Inspired. I've met people and I've learned a lot from what I would not even have envisaged not attending this event.
And we are glad you came because we've learned a lot from you as well. Please, can you put your hands together for Toastmaster Olushola? Toastmaster Ibrahim Ajani, do you actually love mathematics?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my goodness. it was palpable for us in the audience. It was almost as though, why didn't you collaborate to give the speech together with Toastmaster Kudus? Where's Toastmaster? Okay, Toastmaster Sunday has already transited to be one of the lovers of math. You should have gone back when he was in secondary school, and then you could have done that. What was this experience for you, considering that you loved the topic so much? Tell us. The mathematics, yes.
I think maths is actually one of those things that it's not deep like this.
In less than 1 minute, because you might pour your passion out.
Okay, let me just say I love math. Sometimes I do it for fun. And because I'm a surveyor, everything I do involves mathematics. I cannot avoid it, even if I try.
Wow.
Yeah. The XYZ that Toastmasters Sunday mentioned, it's coordinates.
Okay, I said less than 1 minute. Can you explain though, briefly, without going into coordinates? What do you mean by do it for fun?
Yeah, I think during COVID, I just took a math course.
For fun?
Yeah.
Okay. Please, can we put our hands together? Finally, Toastmaster Endurance. I had such a riveting conversation with Toastmaster Endurance downstairs. And my apologies. I would love that you share that with us. Can you tell us what you do with your 3 sons? He has 3 sons on a daily basis, please. Not mathematics though, but what you do on a daily basis.
Okay, actually, I missed yesterday's briefing section, so I was kind of giving him a reason why I did that. So we have at home, we have family reading time, 8:30 to 10 p.m. every day. So I have to compulsively switch off my phone during that period. I have 3 sons, 15, 13, and 10. We read different books. At the end, you tell us what you learned. So just to grow their curiosity and interest, discipline in reading.
Goodness. And when they summarize books, because he asked that they summarize the books, what do they get?
So we have at home, even myself inclusive, read and end. So set some fund aside. If you finish a book, you get 3,000 to 4,000 naira, including myself.
Final question. Can we go back in time and then you be my father? Why are you people laughing at my question? No, not so much. Read. And then you end.
If
Fantastic.
I have a son like you, then I'm fulfilled already.
No. Stop it. What was your experience like actually participating in this?
I think it's life transforming.
Wow.
In the sense that not just the delivery, the content, the messages, inspiration, perseverance. I can do it. Just ask. I mean,
in less than 1 minute, we know you read a lot.
It resonated with me a lot, and I'm motivated to just do it. Wow. Ask and persevere.
Please, can you put your hands together for Toastmaster Endurance? Now, Sergeant at Arms, can we please get the certificates of participation so we can give them and we take pictures? Now, I'm not really into photography, but Toastmaster Chidima, do you mind coming towards the middle? Yeah. Yeah. I like this. I like this. Thank you so much. Fantastic. All right, first, congratulations in participating Toastmaster Olushola Scott Ogunkoya. Please, can you put your hands together for me? Please tell us if we need to move. We don't know what's going on in that one. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Ruben Uzo, congratulations. Good. Toastmaster Chidima Eze. Toastmaster endurance. Toastmaster Ediri Agogobia. Finally, Toastmaster Ibrahim Ajani. Congratulations. Please, can you come here? Let's take pictures of
desire and alone to worship you.
Thank you. Can she sing? Put our hands together. Inside your speech. Why? Don't answer that. What was your experience like preparing for speech activation level?
Okay, so for me, I think it was basically the first thing in my head was I wanted to do something different from what I done previously. Yeah, so I think the first thing in my mind is what stories I would put together and what that's related was possible. So that was actually a true story of Brian. Yeah, it was really a true story of a friend Ashton, and it was a terror across the campus then.
The same year?
Yes, it was a terror then. So for me, it was I had
Hello, the audio is not very clear, please.
Okay, raise your voice. There's something. Project with your singing voice. Use it.
So for me, it was basically cool, calm. There's that need to ensure that I put everything together. I'm a quite very busy person. So I had to ensure I bring out time to put the stories together and also practice it. So it It was challenging, but I find it interesting. I find it like, I love challenges basically. So I will always take any challenge. Like someone said, do it afraid. So I really do. I'm fine doing it anyway.
Thank you so much. Final question. Be honest. Is this recorded? But he doesn't know you. Astrop, was he actually part of your class project?
So
Not so. Was a class project?
the class, it's not my class project. Astrop is a real person that was my friend.
Yes.
And then I was working with our university counselors to help him then. And then at some point in time, they basically had to tell me this guy is not ready for change. So I had to drop the.
You've not said anything. Was it your class project?
How do you mean? I'm not getting you.
What you were studying, did you say that person, I need to see if I can apply this to him?
Yes,
Yes or yes?
Of course.
He wasn't like, we understand what you're doing. It was your class project and you failed, sorry. But, but in terms of this speech was fantastic. Please, can you put your hands together for Toastmaster Abimbola? Oh, Toastmaster Itunu Oluwa. Please, is anyone else like me? When she said good girls cannot change the world, did anyone else think the other end was where she was going? Honestly, what she said, I was like, huh? But she now said, no, bold ones. This is the first time I've heard you speak, and I am so glad that I got to hear you speak. What was your motivation for your speech? Don't forget to project, please.
Okay, so the major motivation for this speech was actually me, because the message was talking to me and also to pass this message across. So it was about doing what you cannot do before. And one of the things is standing on the stage.
Does anyone believe her? You believe her?
Well,
okay, some believe, not so sure, right? Because of how confident she was. But I love that. So what you're saying is you were so scared to speak on this stage at this level that you felt you needed to do it.
Well, I felt like I needed to challenge myself to do it. So it was a little bit.
Unlike the person next to you, you passed. Well done. You did an amazing job. What do you think? What do you think? Yes. So now what's your plan from this level? If you happen to win, if you happen to fail, what is the next stage? Because you want to challenge yourself, right? You want to do it afraid. What is the next fear for you in terms of public speaking?
I think the next thing is to learn, improve myself better, and to go higher than this.
So like doing it outside on the streets?
No.
That's too far, too fast?
Probably speaking to a larger audience.
A larger audience. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Please, can you put your hands together for Toastmaster Itunu Oluwa? Love your speech. Toastmaster Ijiri, please. The single women in this room. Do you like this? Do you think this is good fashion sense? Are you a woman? If you look like single women. So when you were trying to woo Jordan, was this really what you did? Or it was something else?
This is just a prop. Makes it easy to quickly throw it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Was that a real story?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Okay,
Yes.
some parts were real. Is Jordan real?
Jordan is real.
Okay. Did you ever ask? Please,
I did.
Please slow down the you already heard the story. He ended in Jordan is married. He got someone to say yes.
I did, but she turned me down. So, yeah.
So he asked, but she turned him down.
Yes.
You can do the hour now.
Yes.
How did you prepare for this speech? Aside from buying or borrowing, did you buy or borrow this?
No, this is my mom's actually.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, I think I just spent a lot of time doing this like ahead, and then rehearsing, and I think a part of what I enjoy competing. And I started hearing rumors about the other clubs. And I heard, oh, this person is competing, they're going to kill it. And I got so excited when I heard that, because I feel like when you hear that other people are giving their best, it draws out like so much more from you. And there's this, aspect of collaboration and competing. So yeah, I, recorded myself, watched that, asked people for feedback. So yeah, I tried to do my best to measure up to these guys. So.
Final question. The rumors you heard,
Yes.
this person is competing, this person is competing.
Yes.
Did it live up to the standard?
Incredibly so. Yeah.
Hand for Division F. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Where's Toastmaster Razak? Oh, Toastmaster Razak, do you work out? Could you have gotten Jordan with your muscles? Tell us. One of his hobbies actually is to work out. That's what I'm asking, not for any other reason. Your story, was that real?
Yes, most of it.
Most of it, okay. Because you actually did win the humorous speech contest, right?
Yes.
Did you jump out of bed like that for the trophy?
That was fantastic.
Okay, so that wasn't real. Some of us that were sitting there were wondering, how do you wake up like this? How did you prepare for your speech?
Well, I have my process. I'll write my speech. Then I have it recorded, so I can listen to it whenever I'm doing.
Okay, and then when you're rehearsing your head, is it in English or Yoruba?
It's in English because
Final question. How were you so bold to title your speech Moleshe? For our guests, by the way, usually speech titles are in English. So that was a very bold move that he made. Tell us.
I think I got an inspiration from Cyril Junior Dim, the international champion of 2019.
My word. The guest, you heard, right? He got his inspiration from international speech contest. I'm not even sure why I'm contested. The people here, put your hands together for Toastmaster Razak. Let's move on. Toastmaster Sunday. Do you believe that he's a much better speaker, even though you don't know what he was like before? Right? Based on what you saw. My goodness, how did you can you mentor me? You wait now. He said, am I wrong? Maybe I was not hearing correctly. At the end of his speech, he said we should pass it on. Can you pass it on? Can you pass it on to me? How can you do that? Isn't that what he said? You're laughing. Now that we're challenging you, you're laughing.
That's the contest.
That's fantasy. How long did it take you to prepare for your speech?
A lot of drafting and redrafting, so I can't a speech with the same concept. And then I did not enjoy myself speaking. So the stories you're not matching, I was looking at their faces and wasn't it.
Okay.
So I had to go back and change the story, the respective stories, but the
Nice.
concept was still the same. So thanks to Lighthouse and Lighthouse Prestige.
Nice. Did you enjoy yourself today?
Yes, I did not feel like I was competing. I was just enjoying the.
It was flowing.
It was just
Seeds, trees, swimming. You're enjoying it. But for the sake of our guests, when you're speaking, the way you feel actually impacts your audience. And I could tell he was comfortable because I was comfortable there. So I was like, oh, yes. Drown in the shallow end. Oh, my word. This guy is good. How are you going to challenge yourself beyond this? Not at the district level, but beyond this.
Okay, so I think one challenge I have for myself is to try more international audience. So maybe go to other countries online before they close the online window.
Yeah.
And maybe get feedback.
For those of you that can't hear in the back, because now he's after speech contest voice, he's saying maybe try speaking to international audience because you can actually join different clubs online. I love that. When you're going, please, can you invite us as your prospective mentees want to learn from you. Please, can you put your hands together for Toastmasters Sunday? Oh, Toastmaster Craig, our final contestant, the English doctor. Now you can say, oh, this is the person you say, oh. Was that real, the story you shared about you and your wife?
Yeah, absolutely.
8 years. Congratulations, first off. And then the second congratulation I'm going to give you. This gentleman beside me previously was not interested in improving his speaking. I know that's surprising for many people. He had what he wanted to focus on. He was not interested in speaking, giving speeches. But something changed. What changed that? When you became president.
Well, I suppose a competitive speaking environment always instigates growth. And I do not want to compete in the evaluation contest anymore.
Because you already won that one.
I thought that I've got a message to share, a message that can help one or two persons in the room. I thought I should just prepare it and deliver it.
Wow, and we are glad you did. Now, I don't know if you can answer this question, but since I'm selfish and right now I'm the contest chair, I keep hearing all of you saying it's competitive and you're so excited. For those of us that hear it's competitive and we run away, can you give us any tip for how we should hear this person is good, that person is going to smash it, that person, and then we run to it? Any advice for us? And move forward, because it's not these people you're just us. Yeah. Well, some of us.
I feel that partaking in the contest can really help to, especially the international speech contest, can help to refine our speech writing skills, as well as how we approach public speaking as a whole. And it's something that can help us realize more that a great speech is not written, it is rewritten. And it's not a one-man show. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to craft an impeccable speech. That's what I've learned over the past few weeks of competing in the international speech contest. And I'm really grateful that I was able to share the stage today with all of these bloomingly splendiferous speakers.
Yeah, put your hands together for him. Now, that answer was for those of them that are already good. Those of us that are scared, that one, we will refine your skills. I'm not sure it will still make me go and compete, but we love that. Please, can we get the certificates for, where's the sergeant and arm? For international speech contestants and paparazzi. I don't think, is it complete here? Oh, amazing. It looks smaller. Thank you. They're all here. Paparazzi, well, aha, thank you. Remember that you actually need to adjust us. We don't know what we're doing. We don't know what we look like. And some of us must put it on our CVs. Take it well. Toastmaster Razak Odejai. Thank you. Toastmaster Itunu Oluwamustafa. Toastmaster Abimbola Adesonia. Toastmaster Ejiri. I'm not sure how many certificates you want to go home with. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster. Toastmaster Craig. Finally, Toastmaster Sunday. Let's have all of you Smile, smile.
Yes.
Oh, fun. Oh, one with the contest. It's true. I didn't take before. I missed my opportunity. Chief Judge. Chief Judge. No, we must stick with this people too. You don't know who these people are. They will think I know how to speak.
Together.
Thank you so much. Let's go back to our seats. Yeah, Toastmasters and guests. The results are ready. Those of you that have not put your bets in, this is the time. All right. You can see that one. All right. Second runner-up for evaluation speech contest. Drum roll, please. Let us welcome to the stage none other than Toastmaster Ibrahim Ajani. Thank you. Our runner-up, and I'd like to invite a spy from Division E. There's someone that flew all the way from Abuja to see how good we are. I wish I was someone who remembers quotes, because there's a movie I watched and it said, in fact, I think it was an animation. It said it doesn't matter how good you are or you spying, it doesn't mean that we're going to get worse. Division E. It doesn't matter how much you spy on Division F. It doesn't matter, we're going to get worse. Spy all you want. Let's welcome Toastmaster Winston. Our runner-up for the evaluation contest goes to none other than Toastmaster Olushola Scott Ogunkoya. Tell him you're not going to get worse. Dear Toastmasters and guests, I have attended numerous division contests, and one of the things that actually makes me not enjoy a contest is when it's glaring who's going to win. I've attended contests like that all of us will say, obviously, that's the winner. Because the rest, they just didn't compete. As we're calling people now, you can see the shock. Because they're wondering, how did I make it that far? The contestants were just so good. The judges, Chief Judge, please, can you buy extra Fanta for the judges? This must have been very challenging for them, and we appreciate it. I don't know who they are, but we appreciate what you have done. I'd like to call the division director to grace us and give the first place prize. Can we put our hands together for the division director? Our champion for Division F Evaluation Speech Contest 2023-2024, the man who tried to bamboozle us like he had muscles but told us he's the ref, none other than Toastmaster Ruben Uzo. Thank you so much. Sorry. The audience, we are clapping to a different song. What song do you want to actually clap to? That's the one. I thought you were clapping to Stand Up, but the song was completely different. Come, Sergeant at Arms, help the audience. Look for Stand Up, because it was not flowing. Toastmaster Bimbola and I that like to dance, we're not syncing. Stop it. Listen to the music. Sergeant at Arms, have you found it? You're looking for it because you don't have it. Change your ways. International Speech Contest, second runner-up, drum roll, please. By the way, I don't know who the winners are. As I bring it up, I'm also, oh, wow, okay. None other than Toastmaster Sunday. Runner up, I'd love to call the beautiful Madam PQD. Toastmaster Ayotola, please can you come and give this award? Dear Toastmasters and guests, it is my delight. So take full and send to her WhatsApp, then cut up and put that on the division platform. You know how we do these things. The first runner-up for the International Speech Contest is none other than Toastmaster Frank. Sergeant, well done. Sit down. We don't touch. Stand up for the champion. Our winner, International Speech Contest. Sorry, wait. Did you get my picture with everybody? Stop laughing. Did you get my picture with everybody? Fantastic. Our winner, International Speech Contest. First, let me call. Can the Chief Judge please come and give this award? Can we put our hands together for Toastmaster? Our champion, representing us at the district level, is none other than the man with the who? That's right. Even if you spy on us, it will not make us worse. It's none other than Toastmaster Ejiri. Thank you so much. Our runner-up, our first place runner-up, and our champions. Evaluation speech contest, please can you come, 3 of you? Let's get 3 of you together. The second runner-up, come your. Yeah. And Didi, please after the take, can you come beside them so you can also be part of the picture? Because I have to add this to my CV, so I'm using this means to join the picture as well. How can I be there? How can we get there? Oh no, okay, then there's no hope for me. All right, Didi, please. International speech contest, our winners, second place, third place, champion, please come. We want to cement this in the tablets of history and also add it to my CV. Yes, yes.